and cheese. Did I not mention it was cheesy grits?
No.
Oh, it's cheesy grits. I have to add cheese. Hey guys, so I'm in this kitchen cooking for you guys, and today we're going to make something that's near and dear to my heart and to many of my friends who've tried it already. They've been asking for this recipe. We are making a low-carb, keto-friendly cauliflower grits. So here I just have some cauliflower already riced, and for those of you who might not know, it's just cauliflower on the large side of our box grater here, and we're just going to grate it through. That's it. This is how I rice mine. It's just too much work to take out the high-speed blender, but you can also do it that way if you want to. So I'm just going to finish.
And can we note that it's way cheaper than buying it already riced?
Yeah, I mean, how much does it come? Maybe 8 to 12 ounces in a bag, and it normally costs about $6.99 in our stores for a bag of rice cauliflower.
That's crazy.
So this is about a head and a half of cauliflower, and this cost me $4.
Look at all that.
You know, definitely for the holidays when you're feeding a whole lot of people, makes more sense to do it this way. That's just me. So
right.
I'm going to heat up my skillet here. So the first step in making this cauliflower grits is that we need to dry out our cauliflower. So that's why I'm just dry heating my skillet here so I can pour this in and start to dry it out. We want to get a lot of that extra liquid out so that way we can control the texture of our finished product. So while that's heating, I'm just going to clear out all of the yummy cauliflower from the grater. It's a little messy, but you know, it all works at the end. There we go. Wash our hands. And we're just going to add so we're just going to add our rice cauliflower to the skillet. Nice and dry. It looks like a lot, but it's going to reduce as it dries out, so don't worry if your pan looks like it's about to overcrowd or overflow. Yep, just keep it moving. You're going to start to see it's going to get a little charred on the outside of the rice bits, but just keep stirring and let that moisture come out. And then we'll move on to the next step once I get all of this done. Okay. So we've just been browning the cauliflower. If you can see, I don't know if this camera can show you very closely, but we've got some char marks on our cauliflower here. You see all that steam from the water that we're burning off happening here. So I'm okay with this point for drying out my cauliflower. So what I'm going to do is, just for logistical reasons, I'm going to transfer it from this pot into a deeper pot before I start adding all of my butter and cheese. Did I not mention it was cheesy grits?
No.
Oh, it's cheesy grits. I have to add cheese too. So I just want to use this deeper pot instead of this shallow one. So just transfer it all into here. And put this back on the fire. And to this, I'm going to add about 5 tablespoons of butter. Once I can get it out here. This is salted butter, just so you know. If you have unsalted, you can use that as well. I'm just going to drop that in there. And then to that, I think that one's almost empty. I'm going to add about a half cup, 3/4 cup of chicken broth. That looks about right. And I've got this special product here. It's 100% coconut milk. Unlike what I'm sorry, this side. 100% coconut milk that I buy on Amazon. I'll give you a link down below if you're interested in buying it. So this doesn't have any of that sugar or extra crazy stuff that you might find in some of the store brands.
It's amazing coconut milk.
Yeah.
And it has great fats.
Yeah, you get pretty good fats and you get good carbs on this compared to like canned coconut milk. Of course, if you're in a bind, you can use that as well. I'm not going to stop you from using it. So I'm just going to add about half of this box. in here just to get it started.
Which is about roughly what? Like 1 cup?
Well, this whole container is about 1 cup, so it's about half a cup. I just want to get enough liquid in here going so that I can blend it, and then I'll start fine-tuning how much I want in here. So, Magic, you're in the middle of the way again.
There he is. Waiting for the food to cook.
I wonder if this can reach. Oh, it can reach. Okay. So now that I have that in there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my immersion blender because it's easy. I don't need to dirty up the next thing. But if you've got a high-speed blender, you can use that as well. I'm going to blend until I get that consistency that I like. So if you like it a little bit chunkier, leave it chunky. If you like yours smoother, go for smooth. Take a look. That's my end result as far as the blending goes. You might want yours a little bit smoother than this. You might want it a little bit more chunky, but I'm kind of happy here. Now I'm going to add the rest of that box of coconut milk. So it's 1 cup in total. And then to that I'm adding my cheese. So I have smoked Gouda that I just grated here on my box grater. It's about 6 ounces of smoked Gouda. Now that is a lot of cheese, yes it is, but these are cheesy grits and this is a lot of cauliflower. So I'm okay with that. If you want to reduce the amount of cheese, you can do that as well. I'm going to turn it down a little bit.
But we suggest not.
Turning it,
No, less cheese.
Yeah, we like it cheesy here. If you're going to make cheesy cauliflower, it has to be cheesy cauliflower. So that's why I've got a whole package of smoked Gouda in here. So we're just going to stir in our cheese here and let that start hanging out with the hot liquids and the cauliflower. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed, I didn't really season this. We've got the coconut milk that's full of flavor. We've got, okay.
It's talking to you.
A bastard. Okay, go on. Anyway, so we've got the smoked Gouda, we've got the chicken stock, we have the butter that was salted here. I would suggest salting at the end because if you put too much salt in here, you can't really save it. So take it slow, season as you go if you feel the need to, but I think it might be a-okay without it. I would keep seasoning pretty simple, salt, pepper, garlic if you're feeling a little fancy, but that's pretty much it for seasonings as far as I'm concerned. So,
looks real creamy.
Yeah, creamy.
Oh, wow.
The little brown specks is part of the smoked Gouda skin from the little wheel that I had of it. So don't mind that. Of course, I would always go with a 0 carb cheese for this because you are using a lot of it. So that would be your cheddars, your Havarti, smoked Gouda, and sometimes you have to play around with the brands because some brands will have 0 carbs and some might have like 1 or 2 per serving. But you can easily avoid that by being a smart shopper and just shopping the different brands. So I'm just going to give it a little taste for seasoning at this point because it's pretty much done. I'm going to add a little pepper to mine. Add a little pepper. White pepper is better looking in this dish, but that's okay too. Just a touch of salt and a little bit of ginger in here. Not ginger, sorry, garlic here. It's popping again, but that's what grits does. And just a little bit of garlic powder, just for taste, completely for taste. You can add paprika in here. You can add whatever you want. This is your total free-for-all, do as you will sort of dish. And that is essentially it. So let me just put it in a bowl for you guys to see.
Looks real creamy. Looks delicious.
Looks creamy. It smells so good even though there's not tons of stuff in here. You'll really start to smell that cheese. So go with your favorite cheese on this one. If it's just cheddar, go with cheddar. And as always, I will be putting the macros down below for you guys who decide to try out this recipe. And of course, top with your favorite meat or veg. And this is my low carb cheesy grits for me to you. Until next time, guys.